Welcome to Manoa Falls. Waterfalls are one of the many wonders of the world that remind us just how beautiful this planet is. There are hundreds of waterfalls on the island of Oahu, but most are impossible to get to. Manoa Falls, however, is accessible, scenic, and safe.
Alright, so I'm here about to do the Manoa Falls hike. This time I'm parking on the street in the residential area because I don't feel like paying for parking. Google Maps says it's a 16-minute walk. Also, if you plan on taking the bus here, it'll drop you off in the residential area. Right over there. I've never actually done a hike by myself, but this hike is really safe, so I'm feeling good about it. It's a nice overcast day, not too hot. It's about 3, I think, and it's gonna be a good hike. There are restrooms. The walk from my car was less than 5 minutes. I just kept stopping to record, but super quick. So actually, I think from now on, I'm gonna park down in the residential area rather than the parking lot. If you do decide to park in the lot, you have to move your car by 6 p.m. or you'll get towed. There are 2 parking areas, the one I just showed you, and then right across the street, there's another additional parking lot. So if you're just doing the hike, you'll walk up this road that I'm on now. If you're going to the Harold Lion Arboretum, you'll actually drive up this road. So you'll just have to watch out for pedestrians, and there's a car coming. I'm gonna cross the other side. Man down, looks like we've got a fallen tree. I'm hoping this happened when no one was hiking, probably during heavy rains or something like that. Watch out for fallen trees. Also, if you get a flash flood warning on your phone, don't do this hike. This hike will probably be flooded. I did not put bug spray on and I'm getting attacked right now. If I stop for like a few moments, the mosquitoes just swarm. Keep that in mind if you're coming here. Just douse yourself in spray and don't stay anywhere for too long. Just keep it moving. Oh, they're everywhere. I need to get out of here. This hike is on the southern part of Oahu Island, a little inland though. We're about 20 minutes away from the ocean here. It rains a lot, hence the mosquitoes, hence the mud. Wow. Can't believe this is real. Check out the view. I mean, Manoa Falls Trail is 1.6 miles. It takes about an hour round trip. It leads to this beautiful waterfall that is 150 feet high. Swimming in this pool of water is highly discouraged because of the threat of a bacterial infection called leptospirosis. This bacteria is transmitted from rats and mice to humans via their urine, and it is hanging out in fresh water that are common in Hawaii. So if you are gonna get in the water, just be mindful not to get it in your mouth or your eyes, but I would highly recommend just not going in at all. I stick my feet in, but that's about as far as I'll personally go. But you know, do you, just be aware that you might get a bacteria infection. So. Time of the year when the waterfall will be the driest is in June. You get around 0.43 inches of rain in the summer. The wettest time for the waterfall would be around December, January. December gets about 2.8 inches of rainfall. If you want to catch that window in between when it's the driest and wettest so that you're not having to worry about getting rained on, you'll want to come between around June and November. Those are the months where, of course, it still rains because it rains here every day, but it won't be raining as heavily as in December, but it also won't be completely dry. This waterfall's never completely dry, but the last time I came it was just trickling a little bit, so this is actually pretty good. It's a nice steady flow of water. If you are trying to base your travel around when it is the most beautiful in Honolulu, those months are probably your best bet. Of course, it's beautiful all year round here, so you really can't go wrong. As far as who can do this hike, pretty much anyone who's able-bodied and steady on their feet will be fine. I've seen little kids do it, I've seen elderly people do it. If you have someone in your group who is able-bodied but might need a little assistance, maybe bring a walking stick, and everyone just take your time. It's pretty simple, covered, it's cool, and it's not much of an incline, so you'll be totally fine. And though it is a pretty easy hike, if you do get tired, there are a few benches when you get closer to the waterfall where you can rest, have a snack, get a drink of water, and just take it easy. So here you'll see a map of the various different Tantalus trailhead hikes. I just did the Manoa Falls hike here. I parked right here and walked up here, walked all the way up to Manoa Falls, and if you go up behind me, there's this side trail that brings you all the way up to the top of the mountain. ģŠOɪʀ Trail, and that is 1.45 miles. Expect to be here for few hours, I guess, if you're gonna go all the way to the top. The hike all the way up there is a little bit more of an intermediate situation, not for little kids or people who may have a little bit more trouble walking. If you are perfectly fit, it's worth checking out, but of course, give yourself ample time to get up there. The lookout is gorgeous. That group behind me has a little baby. They're like toddler. A toddler is not happy. I would say probably bring kids who can walk on their own and won't expect you to carry them, because that would get a little cumbersome if you have to carry your child all the way up. There's a mongoose.
Oh, I see him.
Here he comes down.
Here he comes.
Now, with all that talk about raining here, I'll let you know I always keep in my hiking backpack a windbreaker and a small umbrella. I have pulled out both during this hike before, and because I had my umbrella, I didn't mind that it was raining a little bit. They did, over the course of the 2 years it was shut down, renovate to include these tree stumps here, as well as gravel to help with traction. Now, because there is gravel, it is a little rough on the feet. I've seen people do this hike barefoot. I would advise against it. I've also seen people do this hike in heels. I would also advise against that. I think in those situations, those people who were wearing heels probably didn't know that their group was going on a hike that day, or that this was going to require better shoes. It'd be easier if you wear sneakers with good traction. Manoa Falls Trail is covered with so much vegetation, it is breathtaking. Some of those plants and trees you'll see are none other than guava, eucalyptus, and banyan trees. And of course, lots of bamboo. Fun fact, parts of the 1993 version of Jurassic Park were filmed here, as well as parts of the show Lost.